With the first pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards from the University of Georgia.
So Anthony Edwards with his mother and grandmother with him there in spirit. He knows which hat he can take out of that big box now, and it is the one that belongs to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Able to share the moment virtually with Commissioner Adam Silver. Anthony Edwards comes from Atlanta, Georgia. When he was just 3 years old, his dad started calling him Ant-Man, and it really started to stick. But he wasn't always destined to become a basketball player, because the Pop Warner Pee Wee Leagues for the Atlanta Vikings, he was running roughshod away from people. How in the world did Kirby Smart let him go play basketball? Look at that big fella get into the end zone. But he starred on the basketball court in high school. He became Georgia's biggest recruit since Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. And this past season for Tom Crean's Bulldogs, he led all Division I freshmen in scoring. He was the SEC Freshman of the Year. The vertical leap is over 40. He is a huge and explosive talent. Anthony Edwards fondly recalls those days growing up in Atlanta and the impact that both his mother and his grandmother had on him, whether it was taking him to Steak and Shake or his mom rewarding him for good games with Snickers and Skittles. Those memories are things that he will cherish forever.
With the second pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select James Wiseman from the University of Memphis.
James Wiseman at his home in Nashville, Tennessee, played just a few games for Memphis this past season, but he goes second overall to Golden State. A big, versatile guy. He has his virtual moment with the commissioner, and he has his Golden State Warriors hat at the ready to go. He was the #1 recruit last year in 2019. Played for Penny Hardaway in high school and in college. Played 3 games at Memphis before withdrawing for the NBA draft. And you see that he was a force, and he was prepared. He had people talking in the preseason last year with Wiseman and Precious Achiuwa both being at Memphis, that perhaps they would run it all the way to the Final Four. It didn't unfold that way, as Wiseman had a long and winding road. He credits Penny Hardaway for making him into the player he is.
With the third pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball from Chino Hills, California.
LaMelo Ball goes third overall to Charlotte. Hey, look, this is LaMelo's night, but Lonzo still has bragging rights because he went second overall in 2017. And if you know the competitive spirit of the Ball brothers, I would say that after Lonzo gives him his time in the sun, probably won't let him forget that anytime soon. This Ball family, someone that basketball fans have become quite familiar with. Both parents played basketball in college. Lonzo and LiAngelo, both professional players as well. It has been a long and winding road for LaMelo to get to the NBA.
With the fourth pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Patrick Williams from Florida State University.
Woo. There is Patrick Williams, and he's going to Chicago to play for Billy Donovan, played for Leonard Hamilton at Florida State.
With the fifth pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Isaac Okoro from Auburn University.
Isaac Okoro celebrating, going 5th overall. Right up close to the top of the draft, like some former Auburn stars like Charles Barkley, Chuck Person, Chris Morris. There's been a great number of stars who've come out of Auburn over the years.
With the sixth pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Onyeka Okongwu from the University of Southern California.
And here he is, Onyeka Okongwu, going in the first round, 6th overall, 2-time Mr. Basketball player in the state of California. Only the 4th guy to do that. Jason Kidd, Aaron Gordon, Tyson Chandler, all also drafted.
With the 7th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Killian Hayes from Lakeland, Florida.
Killian Hayes, with his folks, his dad played for 3 years at Penn State. And Killian getting his moment, and he is headed to the Detroit Pistons as Dwayne Casey and company try to find some guys to build a franchise around.
With the 8th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Obi Toppin from Dayton University.
What an emotional moment for the Dayton Flyer. Getting a round of applause from Adam Silver. It wasn't really that long ago that this would seem to be an unthinkable turn in the career of
The 9th
Obi.
pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Deni Avdia from Herzliya, Israel.
So Deni Avdia, a guy that we've talked about a lot in our coverage leading up to the draft, goes in the top 10, 9th overall to the Washington Wizards, youngest ever to play for Maccabi Tel Aviv at the age of 6.
In the 2020 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Jalen Smith from the University of Maryland.
Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith.
So Jalen Smith out of Maryland averaged a big double-double and 2.5 blocks per game last year while shooting about 54%. And there is Jalen celebrating there. His parents were going to make sure that they attend his game because Dad spent a lot of time away as a kid.
With the 11th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Devin Vassell from Florida State University.
The second Seminole of the night going off the board. Devin Vassell joining Patrick Williams, his teammate at Florida State, as lottery picks, and Vassell is going to the San Antonio Spurs.
NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State University.
Tyrese has been waiting for a while, and do you think this is an absolute steal for the Kings, Jay Will?
I do. I think he's one of the best guards there is in the draft. And
With the 13th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Kyra Lewis Jr. from the University of Alabama.
So the celebration for Kyra Lewis Jr., the Alabama guard who played last year for Nate Oates, who's trying to transform that.
14th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Aaron Nesmith from Vanderbilt University.
Yeah, the right color suit. That looks like on my monitor here, it looks like he has the Celtic green suit. He averaged 23 points a game, shot better than 50% from the floor, 52% from three, and led the nation.